When I present these three stories about Father Jim Staley and about Father Mike Bunny and about Father Pat Gannon, I'm expressing a particular understanding of the Pastoral Council. It's an understanding that I believe is the one most consonant with the Church's documents. What I'm telling you is not something I've made up on my own, but is reflected specifically in the documents of the Church. But I think it's, I think it's particularly good. And I'll tell you what the features of this understanding of the Pastoral Council is. First of all, the pastor consults the council. Now you think, well, of course the pastor consults the council. Everybody knows that a pastoral council is consultative only. Why wouldn't the pastor consult the council? But what happens often is that pastors don't put a question to the council in very precise terms, and so the council members often don't know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. But in the three cases that I just showed you, the pastors were very explicit about what they wanted the council to do. Should we establish a social justice committee? That was Father Jim Staley's question. Should we sponsor a school in Uganda? That was Father Mike Bunny's question. Shall I build a parish hall or renovate the sanctuary? That was Father Pat Gannon's question. So the first thing is the pastor consults. He's got a question because he's looking for answers and he doesn't want to make a mistake. He wants to build up the parish. He wants his decisions to be wise and good. That's the first feature. Second feature, the council has a specific job. And this job is described in the official documents of the Church, starting with Vatican II's decree on the office of bishops, where it says, start a pastoral council, you pastors, and ask that council to do three things. To investigate under your direction some aspect of the parish reality, or the church reality. Think about it, pray about it, analyze it, contemplate it, meditate about it, pray about it, talk to people about it, dialogue about it, consult about it, and finally, reach a conclusion and recommend that conclusion to the pastor. So the council's got a threefold task: investigating, reflecting, and recommending. That's a lot clearer than what a lot of our councils do, because a lot of our councils get bogged down in coordinating ministries, which in ordinary U.S. parlance means leading them, directing them, formulating policy for them on their own, as if the council were an administrative or an executive body independent of the pastor. That's not what the documents of the Church say that a pastoral council is. But I bet you if you went through the 14,000 parish pastoral councils in the USA and asked how many of them do administrative jobs, a lot of them would say, we do. And we have not much time for doing our main work, investigating, reflecting, and recommending. So the pastor consults, the council's got its job, and then when the pastor accepts the council's recommendations, he and the staff implement those recommendations, perhaps with the help of volunteers, but the council is not the primary implementation body. Now, I say that with a lot of emphasis, and I'll tell you why. First of all, we know that the Church says councils are consultative only. And usually what that means is you can't tell the pastor what to do. You can only recommend, which is true. But consultative only means more than what you can't do. Consultative also means what you can do. You're there to help shape the pastor's decisions. You're there to help form his mind. You're there to help him make wise decisions that build up the parish and energize the people. Now, if you're a council member, you can get involved in implementation. You can get involved in some kind of administrative ministry. You can get involved in some kind of executive job. But when you do so, you're not working as a council member, strictly speaking. You're working as a volunteer under the pastor's direction or under the staff's direction. So councils have this consultative role, and they should take it seriously and take seriously that threefold job of investigating, reflecting, and recommending their conclusions.